Hello my cutie patooties and welcome the frick back in. We are here live with my Twitch. Twitch, would you like to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to Seether. This is a song called Fine Again, but this is the full band acoustic version of this song. Before we jump into this though, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, my honeys, shall we get into it? Wee wee. Eh ho ho. Yarn. This is during the pandemic.
It seems like every day's the same and I'm left to discover on my own. It seems like everything is gray and there's no color to behold. They say it's over and I'm fine again. Yeah. Try to stay sober, feels like I'm dying here. And I am aware now of how everything's gonna be fine. One day too late, I'm in hell. I am prepared now, seems everyone's gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well.
I think we already knew that, you know, he had a gorgeous voice, but to hear, I don't think I've ever heard an acoustic version of a Seether song. So for us to be able to hear, you know, this music stripped down, and to really just hear pretty much him with a guitar with some backing vocals, is very simple but beautiful, you know? It seems like every day's the same and I'm just left to discover on my own. It seems like everything is gray and there's no color to behold. They say it's over and I'm fine again. Yeah, I try to stay sober, feels like I'm dying here. And I'm aware now of how everything's gonna be fine. One day too late, I'm in hell. I'm prepared now, seems everyone's gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well. So it sounds like the struggle with addiction. And, you know, how people kind of always tell you, oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Like, all of that, you know, supportive talk where it's kind of like that saying, kind of like easier said than done. Cause it's mental state is not as easy as just saying, oh, I'll be fine, you know? And I think that might be kind of what he's talking about, how he's like, may or may not be about him, but basically this, like the song, at least to me, is kind of just getting by. And, you know, in that he's aware that, you know, everything's gonna be fine, but right now I'm in hell. And kind of the struggle of that day in and day out. And also just like, I don't know, sometimes people will come up to people who are struggling with mental illness and just be like, well, just like, don't feel that way. Just get over it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. And like, it's hard because sometimes people will come from a place of genuinely wanting to help and being like, it's going to be okay, and trying to be really supportive in that way. But sometimes that's not the way that people need to be supported, you know? Sometimes they just need to have that presence with them. Sometimes they just need to be listened to. Sometimes they, you know, they don't need a pep talk about how everything's going to be fine. You know, I just need your presence. I just need that, you know? So I think there's two sides to that. There's some people who just want to dismiss it and say, it's fine. And then there's other people that genuinely want to help, but sometimes that's not what you need in that moment, kind of thing.
Just as well. I feel the dream in me expire, and there's no one left to blame it on. I hear you label me a liar, 'cause I can't seem to get this through. You say it's over, I can sigh again. Why try to stay sober when I'm dying here? And I am aware now of how everything's gonna be fine. One day too late, I'm in hell. I am prepared now, seems everyone's gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well. And
Okay. One other thing I do want to talk about, and I feel like, I don't know if it's just in like this song, because it's so stripped down that I'm kind of hearing it, but the tone of his vocals kind of remind me of, oh God, I don't know if I'm thinking of Alice in Chains or if I'm thinking of Nirvana, but the tone of his voice and kind of like how everything's gonna be fine again. Like there's something about his tone that kind of makes me think of those like 90s grunge band sounds where and a lot of times too with those bands that I like, Nirvana and Alice in Chains, like their song topics are very, very heavy. And so I was just really, the tone of his voice was really making me kind of have that thought, that energy, that kind of connection to those bands. But if you also look at the verse again, I feel the dream in me expire and there's no one left to blame it on. I hear you label me a liar because I can't seem to get this through. I'm like, heavy, because it's kind of like when you really want to do something, but it just seems like you're always getting in your own way and you make excuses of why you're not doing it. Like, oh, maybe I need this, or maybe I need this equipment, or, oh, I need to do this first before I can do this. And there's always something, but then eventually it kind of whittles down to you getting in your own way. And then having to accept that can be really hard, especially if you're in a really dark place. And then I hear you label me a liar because I can't seem to get this through is like gut punch. And then, where was it? And then you go to the pre-chorus, which changes from the last pre-chorus. You say it's over. I can sigh again. Yeah. Why try to stay sober when I'm dying here? So then it's kind of like that thought of like, why even try to, I'm already in hell right now. So what's a little bit more fuel to the fire, you know? Why try and stay sober? Which would obviously, like, if that's something that you struggle with, like, that's not going to help you on the path that you're trying to go through. But it's like that destructive cycle you get into, that thought process of just like, fuck it kind of energy. Sorry for the F-bomb, but that's the mentality you get into. And it's like, it's a dark place to be. But let's finish this up and continue. I know, I'm sorry. We're werewolves, not werewolves.
again.
That vocal break that he had there at the end, I was like, ooh. That was beautifully done. I think that's a lovely song to, you know, especially during the pandemic. I'm like, everyone was, you know, stuck in their homes and nobody knew what was going on. So to have something like, again, yes, that song is quite dark, talking about all of the struggles again. But I think it's also, it was kind of, there's times and places for dark songs, and I think it's also important. I think those songs are important for other people who are going through that to feel seen, to not feel alone. So it's like, yes, the subject matter is dark, but for you to be able to hold on to that song and be like, I relate to this, and to have that connection of not feeling alone, I think is also really, really important and beautiful. And then at the end there, it says, I'm prepared. Seems everything's going to be fine for me, for myself. I'm prepared now for myself. I'm prepared now, and I am fine again. Which kind of sounds like, you know, like I'm fine, but not good, but fine. And if you go down to the bottom there in the Genius, because on Genius.com, sometimes they put about the song. What they have put down here is lead singer Sean Morgan wrote this song when his parents got divorced to reflect on how he was feeling at the time. He was in the middle of the divorce and going through a lot of pain. Fine Again is the American debut single by Seether from the album Fragile. I think that was a beautiful song. And to have it acoustic too and really kind of like, I don't know. I actually don't remember. I don't think I've ever listened to this song, actually. So I don't know how the original version goes. But to have it stripped down and just gives it that much more, like, rawness to it, you know? That was lovely. So thank you very much for recommending this. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you cutie patooties in the next one. Bye.